Writing boards as learning teaching materials. When I look at my board at the end of a lesson, it always seems such a mess. I have no idea whether the students managed to copy anything down or if they even knew what some of the things I had written were meant to be. The source: Classroom Management Techniques by Jim Scrivener. Boards are common in any Indian classroom. Boards are used to draw the attention of the class. There are different types of boards which are used in the class. They are like hanging boards, black, green, or white boards, and others. Teachers use boards for various purposes like drawing pictures, explaining various concepts, etc. This chapter will focus on how boards can be used systematically for effective teaching. Types of boards. Chalk and talk are one of the oldest ways of teaching. The blackboard is used for the visual effect of the teaching concept with the help of a piece of chalk. These days, blackboards are no longer black and are not generally necessarily made of board. Plastic and glass have been progressively used instead of boards. Further, green, blue, white, and grey have been preferred, and special pens are used with these colored boards. Hence, the common type of boards available in our classroom are the following. Hanging boards. Such boards are most easy to use boards. They are made up of a thick canvas painted in black color. Teachers can bring it with a stand, nail it on a tree, and use it easily. Blackboards. Such boards are generally made up of the cement on one of the walls of the classroom and are painted in black color. Teachers use white or colorful chalk to write on it. Green boards. Such boards are generally made up of thick pieces of plywood and are polished in green color. Teachers use white or colorful chalk to write on it. White boards. Such boards are generally made up of thick plywood and are white mica pasted. Teachers use dry erase marker pens to write on it. Interactive boards. Such boards are advanced boards that are generally made up of touch-sensitive materials. They are connected with computers and projectors. Teachers use specially designed pens to write on them. The data used in classroom on such boards can also be recorded as a text or video and saved for future use. Techniques of using the board. The techniques are the same regardless of the board's material or color. Board work is basically writing or drawing done by the teacher or students. Thus, there is a need to follow certain principles to use boards for better learning. The teachers can adopt the following few techniques to use various boards effectively. A. Divide the board into sections. A teacher needs to plan well ahead on how to use the space of the boards optimally. The boards can be divided into different sections. The number of sections would depend on the purpose and size of the boards. You can divide the boards into 3 or 4 parts. One part in the board can be used to write down new items discussed in the class, which can be retained till the end of the class. Some parts of the board can be used to draw visuals and others to write text. Some of the ways in which the board can be divided are: the board is divided into 3 parts with 2 halves on top and bottom and 1 half towards the right. The boards can be divided on the basis of level of use, the biggest part as the first half, the lesser part as the second part, and the least part as the third part. The board can be divided into 2 columns from the center. On the top left you write important things. On the right part you write the things that are least important, not to be copied. Number B. Neatness and tidiness. The boards provide a visual image to the learners. It is therefore advisable to make the board work look tidy. Whatever is written on the board should be clear. You can write on the boards when there are no students in the class and evaluate your writing. You can ask yourself, do I need to write in a larger font? Do I need to provide more space between the lines? Is punctuation clearly visible, etc.? C. Visibility. The boards are visual aids for the learners. Whatever is written on the boards must be visible to each student in the class. Thus, the board work would depend on the size of the classroom. A small classroom consisting of 15 to 20 students would demand a different type of board work than the classroom that had 70 odd students. Accuracy. To err is human. That is, errors are natural to every human being. If we make errors while speaking, we can correct them. Students may not pay attention to each sound that teachers utter in the classroom, but they will pay attention to each letter or sound if written on the board. One of the most common errors language teachers make on the board is spelling. In order to avoid any such errors, we can go back to the classroom and read what we have written. E. Drawing pictures. Drawing pictures on the board help learners visualize the concept and thereby help students retain the concept and associate meaning for a longer period of time. Hence, use of pictures should be encouraged. But it is also true that some teachers may not find it convenient to draw a picture on the board. Such teachers may make use of stick figures or matchstick figures. Stick figures save the teacher's classroom time and effectively communicate the meaning to the learners. An effective classroom learning process depends on the right use of the board. The teachers who do not use the boards in the classroom often make the lesson delivery highly ineffective and vague. We also need to think about what to write on the board and how to write on the board. Smoothness of execution is very significant while writing on the boards, as each student observes the teacher very carefully. A teacher who fumbles while writing on the boards does not create a good impression. Further, taking a long time while writing on the board may distract the learner's attention. Hence, having an appropriate speed with confidence while writing is advisable. Thank you.